Hi guys, welcome back to Apex Academy, your ultimate home for all your crypto education. Hope you guys had a good week, so let's dive straight into today's video. Before I proceed guys, I'm so excited to be honest because we had XRP which has been undergoing a lawsuit for over a period of 3 years since 22nd of December 2020. XRP was sued by the SEC, that is the Securities and Exchange Commission based in the US, claiming that XRP is a security. So Ripple, which is the parent company, has been battling a case in court for 3 years, and actually last night, which was on which date? 13th of July, the judge ruled in favor of XRP, saying that XRP is not a security. As a result, we saw the market blowing up. Things were moving. Every coin was just moving. XRP did over 80%. I was actually in a position on XRP that I took some few weeks ago. I was up by 500%. Still up as we speak right now. And let's see how far XRP will go. Personally, I think XRP will even go past the all-time high, and we might even form another all-time high before the bull run. So XRP is a project that you guys should be watching out for. So today's video, I want us to discuss on how you can identify good coins, good crypto projects that can actually have the potential to pump and give you some very good returns, things like 10x, 5x, 20x, and even 50x. Okay, so let's dive deep into the video. So I'll discuss on projects that have already launched as well as projects that have not yet launched, and how you can scout out for this project so that you can actually make some good returns from this project. So the first thing that you should look out when you are scouting out for projects that have the potential to do well, you should look at the trends. Okay, the trends. What is the current trend in crypto? For example, during the previous bull run, we had a very hot narrative on the NFTs. Okay, over the last couple of months, we've had a very hot narrative on the AI projects. We've seen AI coins coming up, and they are doing amazing things like the Singularity. They are doing so good, and actually that's an area that you should not be avoiding, the area of AI. Next thing that is happening right now, a very hot narrative, it's called the RWA. That is the real world asset. That's another hot narrative that you guys should be looking at, because we have so many projects in the RWA narrative that have the potential to do exponentially well. So the first thing that you should look out basically is the trending narrative in crypto. What's trending? For example, you guys saw Elon a few days ago. He went to Twitter saying that he's gonna launch his own project, his own AI project. So I'm currently scouting for that project. I'm closely monitoring the progress, and once the project is out, then at Apex Academy will be among the first people to jump onto that project, and hoping that it's gonna take us all the way to the moon. So ensure guys that you take proper research and ensure that you stick and be updated to what is happening in the current trends. Okay, give an example of this project. Okay, Solana. When we're beginning the year, Solana was trading at $7-8, but because of the potential that Solana has, the use cases that Solana has, the problem that Solana is solving, because you guys know that Solana was the Ethereum killer because ETH had very high gas fees. So we had to come up with a solution to counter the ETH gas fees, and that is why Solana was actually developed. Solana currently is trading at $25. The pump that occurred tonight, it pushed Sol from $21 all the way to $25. And when the year was starting, Sol was trading at $8. So that's almost, not almost, that's 3x already. Okay, and the all-time high for Sol is 260. So you can imagine from where we are, if you go back to the all-time high, that's 10x already. So I've given you a project that has the potential to do 10x real quick. Okay, so one thing that you look at is the project use case. What is the project doing? Does it have a use case? What problem is the project solving, so that you can know if this is a potential project or this is not a potential project. Something else that you should be looking out to in a project, look at what you call the market cap. Okay, look at the market cap for a project, because projects that have a market cap of $1 million, between $1 million and $3 million, most of those projects usually pump. Why? Because it means that people are trusting the project, okay? But don't just focus on the market cap. When you're checking the market cap, focus on the volume and focus on the holders. Those three things go hand in hand. Market cap for a project, the volume that is being traded, as well as the holders, because you can have a project that has very few holders, okay, and these holders are whales, so they are pushing the project because they have the money, they have the financial muscle. So look at the holders, okay, how is the project distributed? If it's a token, how is the token distribution? Ensure that nobody owns more than 5% of the supply, because those people can easily dump the token on you, and then they do what you call a rug pull. Are you guys together? So ensure that you look at the supply, and then look at the market cap, and then once you have identified that the market cap is between 1 to 3 million, that's a project that is good. Volume being traded is it's high, and it's actually on the upside, increasing on a daily basis. It shows the project is gaining a lot of momentum, and you'll realize that such projects, they can easily get to the 10 million market cap, and for a project to move from 2 million to 10 million, that's already 5x, okay? So market cap plays a very key role, because you guys know that we have the market cap, we have the supply, and the price. These three elements are interlinked, because for you to get the price, you need to divide the market cap by the supply, so that you can get the price of that particular coin. So always check for the market cap, check for the holders for that particular token, and check for the volume that is being traded in the last 24 hours or so. Something else that you guys should look out for when you're scouting for good projects that can pump, look for what you call the deviation, okay? Deviation from the all-time high. How far is this project from the all-time high? Because in most cases, projects are usually projected to break the all-time highs. So if you see a project is down like 90% from the all-time high, okay, and if you check the volume is being traded is very, very good. If you check the holders, we have quite a significant number. They are not going down, they're not decreasing, in fact they are increasing, and then you combine those elements, that's a perfect project. Why? Because down from the all-time high, so most likely if the holders keep increasing, if the volume keeps being pumped in, we are gonna surpass that all-time high, and you're gonna form a new all-time high, okay? So always ensure that you check out for those metrics, so that you get a project that can actually do well and give you some very good returns. Speaking of returns, let's pause at that point. I said I'm doing a series of 12 videos. I'll be giving one seed phrase in every video. So I gave the first seed phrase already. If you don't have the seed phrase, please go back, watch my my video that I did last week, and you'll be able to get the seed phrase. So the seed phrase for this week that is gonna be part of our 12 series is, please note this down, because I'm not going to repeat this word again. So the seed phrase for this week is bamboo. Bamboo. You see the way you have the bamboo trees? That's the seed phrase. So the seed phrase for this week is bamboo. In that wallet, I'm gonna put in some Bitcoin, either $100 or $200. I'll decide, so that the first person to get that seed phrase will basically cash out those coins from that particular wallet. And maybe BTC will even have done even, let's say, 2x from where we are right now. Who knows? This is crypto. Okay, so note that seed phrase down. I'm not going to repeat that seed phrase again. The next thing that you should be looking out when you are identifying a good project is the team. What is the team behind this project? Have they done any previous projects? How are the projects? Were they successful? Okay, teams that have a history of doing good projects, then most likely their project's gonna be successful. Why? Because they'll basically replicate the same techniques that they used in their previous projects, and they'll be able to push that project. I'll give a very good example of a project like the Dons, okay? It was a token that did very, very well. That team had done a previous project, and the previous project was very successful. So when it came to the Dons, it was very easy for the team to be successful, because they had gained trust from the community, okay? And guys were very much willing do invest in their token, and that is why it was very successful, and they don't actually give us 10x. Personally, I got out at around 11x. I shared the contract address with the community. Some guys bought, some guys didn't buy. Okay, so always ensure that you scout out for the team and ensure that you get good projects. The other thing that we should be looking out for, of course, is the trending narrative. I've said this when we were starting the video. Always go for projects that are in the trending narratives. Okay, things like the RWA, things like the AI, things like the metaverse, things like what other narratives, things like the meme narratives. Ensure that you go with projects that are trending. For example, whenever Bitcoin is going up, we have so many projects that come out that belong to the meme narrative. Okay, so always ensure that you jump to that particular narrative and make some good money before the project decides to retrace. Okay, the other thing that you should be looking out when you're scouting for these projects is the supply. Okay, the supply of that particular project. How the supply is too big, and then the market cap is very very small, then chances of that project doing good are also very very low. Why? Because market cap, supply, price, one and the same thing. However, we have some good projects that have what we call a burn mechanism. Okay, you guys understanding what a burn mechanism is? So burning is basically removing or eradicating some coins or tokens from supply so that you are left with a lesser number, and that lesser number will always increase the value of the remaining coins. Why? Because we have gotten rid of some coins, reducing our supply, then our market cap is constant or our market cap is increasing, then in return we expect the price of that asset to also go up. Okay, so always look at a project. Does it have a burn mechanism? What is the supply? How is the team aiming at increasing the value of the project? What is the marketing strategy of this particular team? How is the community? That's something else, because you know that crypto is all about communities, and the stronger the community, the better for you. In fact, I'm in a certain crypto forum where the community is very very strong, and what guys are doing, these guys can decide to pump a coin overnight. Okay, if there is a pre-sale that is happening and then that news comes to the community, they will realize that such a pre-sale can easily get filled, because that is the power of a community, and you should ensure that you belong to a crypto community. If you don't belong to any crypto community, do this. Okay, just go to Instagram, look for Apex Crypto Academy, text me there. I'll be able to guide you. I'll be able to bring you to our community, or I can recommend some communities that you can join so that you are able to be updated and catch up with what is happening in the world of crypto. Perfect. Something else that you should be looking out to identify a good project that can easily pump is on what you call the partnerships. Okay, partnerships. Partnership basically means a project is collaborating with a certain entity or a certain organization to come up with a solution. Okay, partnerships. For example, we had a project that had a partnership with Binance. A project had a partnership with CoinGecko, a partnership with Coinbase. So when you see these big partnerships, most likely that project will end up doing well. Why? Because if your project is partnering with Binance, with Coinbase, then the chances of that project being listed there are very, very high. And you guys know the power of listing a project. A project can do even 100% overnight just by being listed in the right exchanges. Yes, we have exchanges that act as a pump and dump, where we have the exchanges approaching a project owner and they're telling you, you know what guys, you want us to list you, but before we list you, I want you guys to give us tokens that we will basically own before we list. And in addition to tokens, we're demanding, or we're asking you guys to give us, let's say, something like 5,000 USDT for us to list your project. I don't know if you guys knew that's what happens in projects. Okay, and that is why normally when a token is doing good on a DEX and then it comes to a SEX, that's a centralized exchange, the token dumps. Why do you think the token dumps? It dumps simply because the exchange sold the tokens that they were given. Okay, so exchange X comes, tells project Y, you want to list your project, but before you list your project, give us this amount of tokens, and in addition, give us this amount of USDT. So the project gives the exchange announces you're gonna list coin W on this time. So once they list, what happens? You go, because don't have knowledge, buy the project quickly, then this what happens. Boom, exchange, they pump, then they sell all their tokens, they dump the tokens on investors. Okay, so always ensure that you watch out for these projects that have partnerships, and also be on the lookout for listings. Okay, don't just be hyped because of a listing. As I've told you, listings at times they can turn out to be tragic, because an exchange will demand for tokens, they get listed. Once they get listed, what do? They dump the token on investors, and investors are left bearing that particular burden. Are you guys together? So ensure that you follow all this due process before you identify a project that's gonna pump. Okay, identify any fundamentals surrounding that project. For example, the XRP, we knew all about the lawsuit, and we knew if the lawsuit is gonna be ruled on the side of XRP, then XRP would have pumped. On the other hand, we knew if the lawsuit would have ruled against XRP, then we would have seen XRP going down to almost zero. So ensure that you are up to trends. As I've said, you're up to date with what is happening. You're up to trends. For example, I've told you guys Elon is launching an AI project where I'm tracking, and I'll keep you guys updated. Look at the narratives. Look at the deviation from the all-time high. How high is the project, or how low is the project from the all-time high? Look for partnerships. Do we have any big partnerships? Look at the fundamentals surrounding that particular project. Okay, if it's a token, go to token sniffer, check what is the token score. Okay, go to PooCoin, look for the holders. How many holders do we have? Look at the transfers. How are the transfers done? I was scanning another token that I was seeing. The holders were 587 holders. But then I realized that there was a specific address that was sending 10 tokens to every wallet so that they can have many holders. Okay, that is basically how these people do. And then 95% of the token was being held by one particular wallet. See, that's a very good rug pull, because guys will come. The liquidity was very, very high. The market cap was in fact $60 million. So you're seeing the market cap, good project, but you've not gone down and actually checked all the other factors that are underlining that particular project. Okay, so that's it for this week's video. Thank you so much guys for watching. Remember to subscribe if you haven't already. Follow us also on all our other social media platforms. That is at Apex Crypto Academy on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, as well as TikTok, where we do live videos every single evening from around 10 to 11 p.m. Kenyan time. We always go live. We do a lot of giveaways during our live session. We also have lives in the afternoon where we do a lot of market analysis. We do trade setups. I give people entries. I give people exits. I give people some insights on what to expect in the general market. So until next week, guys, goodbye, good luck, God bless you, ciao. I'm out.